Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, dear listeners. Hello, Scallywag Pringle. Nice to see you. But yeah, I'm Ironbound Ghost. Feel free to call me Ghost or Ghosty. Hope everyone's had a good week so far, or if you haven't, hope it's turning around. If neither of those, hope at least the weekend's been good. It's been pretty busy for me, for sure. As noted, I have, I went to sleep at 7 a.m. today, and not for very long. So it's a day. It's a day. Let's see. So, we're starting off here today with the, new segment that I still need to draw a little background screen for. I'll get around to it someday, eventually, soon, I hope. For reading recommendations, fanfiction, well, Friday, except it's not Friday, but it's Friday somewhere in our hearts, where I bring you, dear listeners, the recommendation of one random fanfic I have read at some point in the past, without any particular rhyme or reason, because I have read a bunch of them, and I just sort of pick one out of the mess. So, today's is titled A Life of Smoke and Silvered Glass, by the author called dirgewithoutmusic. It's found on Archive of Our Own. It is a Harry Potter fanfic, so don't bail on me yet. And it asks, the author was asked the question, what if Severus Snape was less of a dick and he didn't call Lily Evans a mudblood? And the author chose to not answer that question and instead answer the question of, okay, but what if he learned from the experience and was less of a dick afterward? And it explores it very thoughtfully. This author has a bunch of other similar what ifs in a series. All unrelated, just different what ifs about the series, and all of them are treated very thoughtfully. The writing style is not for everyone, I think, because it's told to an extent. It's a very storytelling type of style in the sense of the narrator feels very present as a thing that is happening, that we are being told about it. It's not a description. It doesn't sort of feel like the description of like being in the middle of the action so much as a sense of something we are observing. But I like it a lot myself. Hello, Justice Design. Good evening. Yes, what if character growth happened before snafus were had? Indeed, indeed. Or at least before the ones that involve piles of corpses, which are the ones that are the most problematic, after all. But yes, I don't have this is not one I can summarize super easily, because I guess the thing to mention is how it doesn't change the course of events, as in terms of canon so much, but it gives them it manages to, despite not changing the course of canon events, it gives them an additional depth. It feels like this is a way the series could have been written, with a Snape that wasn't the one that made the choices that he made in canon. And it's not it doesn't change the shipping dynamics or whatever, if that matters to anyone. It's not particularly a ship fic. It's just a focus on relationships in the sense of friends and allies, and people being better or people being worse, or things like that. But anyway, it can be found on Archive of Our Own, and I highly recommend it. It's a story I've come back to read a couple of times, and it never fails to feel like quite substantial when I'm reading it, even if there's the sense of course I know how this is going to end, because it ends like the books and it ends like I've read it before. So alright, thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of your night / evening / morning. But so for now, we're gonna wrap up the reading recommendations. We'll have the name of the author of the recommended story and the description of the VOD on YouTube, and so if you're interested, feel free to take a look there. Now, the main content of the day is the, let's see what our itinerary is today. So we're gonna start with trying to punch Radahn in the face again. More Elden Ring. But notably, as I have mentioned, I was staying up all night working on a project I was suddenly possessed to finish. So I went to sleep at 7 a.m. and then had to get up for a thing at 11:45, which of course means getting up about an hour earlier than that. So I'm really tired. And I expect to get diminishing returns on the attempts at taking Radahn's head, so unless that works out rather quickly, we are probably going to switch to a nice, safe, for a definition of safe, Resident Evil 7, where I blather on about that and my approximate knowledge of many things, which is less approximate and more concrete in this case. So, you know, that'll be some part way through the night. But for now, let's get going. I will remember to remove this dongle from my PlayStation before stream eventually. I swear I will. But for now, I clearly will not. So, time for some Elden Ring. And not letting everything I own become unplugged. But yeah, just as designed, how's your day been? Hope things have been going well. I cannot hear anything, because I have not turned on the audio for me. Cool. There we go. Where were we? Oh, we were just in the arena, because, I have kept saying, oh, I'll go grind for materials off stream and runes and whatnot, and I have not done that. It's been a very busy month. It should calm down a little after October, although you will notice that is 4 weeks away. But that's how it is sometimes. Day was good, life progresses in a linear continuum. Linear twice, I see. Well, glad to hear the day was good and life does proceed. That is the most important thing, after all, that things continue proceeding. What in the world is in my inventory? Bloodbone arrows, fletched bloodbone arrows, bloodbone... Did I just... Right, what I did is accidentally used up all my materials to make stuff, right? Yes, so we might need to take a detour to acquire more beast bones at some point if I run out of the normal bloodbone arrows. I need to find where I can buy the flight pinions, though. Linear. Yeah, crafting quest, but I'm completely willing to cheese my rune acquisition for materials, although not levels unless I'm making up for runes that I've dropped somewhere stupid due to inattention, because that's where I'm willing to compromise. But for things like getting a bunch of thin beast bones, I'd rather put off the tedium of tracking down a bunch of wild animals and instead just buy the things by rolling that orb off the hill a couple of times. And I tracked down the bell bearing, and I think that's quite enough questing for me. And the blood roses are easy. There's a quick circuit for those, so those aren't a problem. I don't know if I can buy flight pinions yet. We might have to go around hunting birds until I can figure out buying those. I feel like there is either a bell bearing or a merchant for those. I have not researched it. We may yet. Okay, let us see. What was I carrying? Right, my plan was run in, summon everyone I can, shoot them with the pulley bow, apparently. Right, because that's the one I have the, I'm getting the best bonus for, I think. And I don't remember if I was starting with bleed or poison. I think it was bleed first, poison in the second phase. And we weren't able to summon our jellyfish at all, so I should not endanger my self there. I mean, one of the good things about having approximately zero vigor is In a fight like this, I'm not going to survive a melee hit anyway, so no matter what I put into it, so I might as well put my armor into surviving glancing blows by the magical junk, which happens to weigh less, which is nice. One of the other reasons okay, why is running not working? Why is running not working? Nope. Is it because I'm holding this thing? Could be because I'm holding this thing. Right, I was saying one of the other reasons I'm not convinced I'm going to get this time is because currently I have band-aids on my thumbs. You know, the things I use for the controller. So any of this precise nonsense, I'm not confident it's gonna fly. Oh god, I had a circuit. Okay. Yeah, no, my controls are not working. Love that for me. Let me examine that. Yeah, it's, generally manageable. It's just a little annoying. Now, why was running not working? Or anything not working? I thought it was just... controller physically seems fine, nothing broken. Is this just mapped badly, or... No, I'm dumb. I'm a fool! I'm a fool! We literally saw it on screen. This is on default clicks, which is not the same mapping as for Bloodborne, because I had it mapped for Silent Hill and Resident Evil last time. There we go. Okay. That's the answer. Right-o. Okay. Of course, we run into the other question of I do not remember... I had a very concrete route last time that I was getting into the groove of for not dying immediately. I believe it was do this way, then loop back. Shit. I should have turned around. That would be aggressively fudging the route. Although I did remember it by muscle memory now. I hope I got everyone. Alright. So we're gonna be... I would like the other dudes to get here so I stop getting shot at, please. Alright, you guys have it? Okay, so, right, we don't need to pull back all the way on this thing. Bleed just needs to hit. And by hit, I mean not me, actually! Oh, right. So this strategy has worked out relatively consistently for getting me to, halfway. But one of the issues is both me tracking the stamina not working out super, Oh god, please don't hit me, please don't hit me. Oh, not this shit. Well, that went... well. Nope. Respectfully, no. Respectfully, no. Why are you chasing me? I didn't heal last time. That was foolish. Oh, God. Yeah, by this point last time I was getting consistently to halfway, so oh boy. Do not hit me in the face. Rude. Okay. Okay. Not being super talkative, because I am trying to figure out where things are and remember what the hell I was doing last time. Please don't hit me in the face. Where are the summon spots? Where are you? Wakey wakey, not like that! Okay. Okay, I was gonna try poisoning him at this point, but I think we're at the point where bleed is still the answer. Okay, can I summon more dudes that aren't right on top of him? No. Come on. Okay, that's a problem. Oh shit. Nope. Nope. I hate that. I don't have any backup. Ah, shit. Very close for a start, but I did not keep enough people up to be distractions at the end. But yeah, so this is definitely achievable without doing any additional, for example, leveling or anything. Yeah, I mean, I got to that point once or twice before. Just, getting a drink here. The issue is definitely just the fact that, it's maintaining focus for, a good chunk of time there. And that's not my forte. What is my equipment looking like? Okay, we're still good. But we'll be running short on the blood arrows soon, and then we're gonna need to get more. The blood arrows is definitely... Yeah, so if we manage to either defeat Radahn, or we start not consistently getting to halfway on his health, that's when I'll switch to Resident Evil for a little while. So we'll see how well that goes for us. Okay. Yeah, so the route that I have determined will hit approximately all of these without getting hit in the face, mostly. Mostly. Shit. And we try really hard not to do that. Okay. I don't actually know if we managed to get bleed to trigger last time, to be perfectly honest. Like, I didn't notice any huge drops in health. But, I mean, chip damage is damage. Like, I think it only takes 4 or 5, like, consecutive shots. But, obviously, because my strategy involves not being present to be hit in the face, getting 4 or 5 consecutive shots is a journey. Oi. Okay, that was my bad. Okay. Wakey wakey, Alexander. Anyone? Oh shit. Well, I woke someone up. Badly. Okay, there's Jaren. I think there's one other dude. Okay. Oi. Nope. Okay, we want to go over here. Okay. Some buddies down there. And they're gone. Up here. Okay, so what we need is to bring everyone back to life, preferably quickly. I need distractions. I need damage-dealing distractions. One thing I've definitely lost to a couple of times is that whole accidentally dismounting nonsense. Okay, we gotta get to the top of the hill. Top of the hill. Without... Wakey wakey. Shit. You know, fair enough. But yeah, we are getting closer on a consistent basis. That's good. And paying attention to dodge the big meteors. Something I'm learning as I get to that stage more often. But yeah, no. With the thing with the vigor, I can't take a I cannot tank any of the big attacks. So that is what we have to work with. Okay. Okay, so we can probably do 2 more rounds without having to refresh the arrows, and then we go grab some bones. Oh, and have you heard, in completely unrelated news, that the epilogue to Llamas with Hats premiered earlier today? That's something that I was planning to go watch. I totally forgot about it premiering today, to be perfectly honest. But I was reminded because I backed the epilogue on Patreon, so they sent me a nice polite email being like, yo, that's a thing. And then today was, obviously, with the whole not sleeping until 7 a.m. thing, I was not aware of this beforehand, but, you know, hey. We live and learn, and pay attention to our emails. If there's one lesson in this day and age, it's definitely pay attention to your emails. There we go. Oi. But yeah. I have absolutely no idea how said epilogue, like, oh. Okay. There's at least 2 people down. Can I wake them up before we get a delivery to the face? That one's faded. Do not hit me. Okay, come on, come on. Summon, 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 summon. Don't know who you are. And that is the other half that I have been struggling with on my attempts. And it's at the stage where I'm scrambling to resummon people. I am a little bit bad at watching out for the big meteors. Because they don't always go after me, so I think it's probably just related to, mysterious values of who has aggro or not, right? But, that's not what I meant to do, but we never get a chance to use all of those anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, so we'll have a few more attempts. We'll go through all the bloodbone arrows and then the bolts. We'll keep the serpent arrows on there, but I don't expect we'll be using them. The blood ones have a much better, or a much more immediate and noticeable effect, which in terms of feedback on how I'm doing, is preferable with this strategy. At some point, I definitely want to. I think I'm gonna do New Game Plus of this as melee, or maybe I'll do the DLC as melee and do New Game Plus as magic, or something to really switch it up. Because as much as my tendency to treat this like a super stealthy secret sniper game is very in line with how I normally play things, and it's been going perfectly well so far, I say, with a couple of grains of salt. Nevertheless, I like in Bloodborne the whole actually doing the parries and dodging and everything, and that's just something this style of gameplay has meant I just have almost no practice in for the weapons of this game. Or rather, the dodging, I was able to get a decent amount of practice in with the Draconic Tree Sentinel, since that entire fight was me going in a dodge rotation, dodging the horse, dodging the this, that, and everything else. But in terms of the bosses like this, ever since fairly Oi. Okay, no, yep, that was me being not cautious. That's fair. Since Margit, the one on the bridge, I mix up the name a lot. I haven't really been able to do that in Melee with these bosses. It's either been get out of the way, or there hasn't been really a sense of trading blows so much because, well, it's not feasible. It's really not feasible, right? So I'd like to get back to that. Again, I think the DLC would probably be the time to do it. Maybe I'll look into what you can and can't do before beating the game and where you get dropped off, because that's not something I'm super familiar with, and whether or not it will be feasible to switch up styles like that, because obviously switching to, say, magic would maintain the heavy reliance on range that I have going for me, so that wouldn't be as big of a change, right? But so it might be better to save switching to sir. There we go. It might be better to save switching to Melee for New Game Plus, which again I intend to do a heavily guide assisted New Game Plus at some point, just so I can actually meet all of the characters in their intended like progression places. Because my habit of wandering off means not meeting them in those places. And it shows. Do not hit me in the face. Oh wait, okay. Yeah, it's I really need to let everyone else have a chance to damage him in the face. A fair amount before I go all in there. Because like I can do quite a bit more damage if I obviously like stand still long enough to consistently hit him. And that helps not get everyone killed before I can, you know, proceed. But at the same time, if I stand still and deal a bunch of fancy damage, he will murder me in the face. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. Okay, we got the Finger Maiden. Actually, we hadn't summoned her the last couple of times. Okay. I guess that's one good thing about using the crossbow. It doesn't, as far as I know, have the stamina cost for firing. Okay. Alexander, please come back. Nope, 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 nope. And now we have to dodge. Wow, it was a miracle that whatever that was did not hit me in the face. Come on. Okay. And that was bad luck. I'm not paying attention to where he's falling from. That's, Alright. Trying it again. Again, it's very much and I know exactly what I need to do, but executing it is quite another thing. And we have the strategy for... Ba-da-da. Sir, you gonna try and shoot at my face? There we go. Sometimes the consistency of exactly how I get shot at falls off. Okay. Don't hit me while I wakey wakey. Okay. 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 Where are you? Somewhere highly inconvenient, I'm certain. Come on, come on. Wakey wakey. Everyone, wakey wakey. Why are you attacking me? I know why you're attacking me. It's because no one else has gotten here. I would like to wake up those two, but that's not happening. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. That should be everyone. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, thank God I did not have aggro for that. He would have murdered me. Okay. Okay. This is not reasonable. Come on. Okay, 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 okay. No one else? Okay, everyone else is over here. Don't know if those are gonna last. I did not know he could do this a second time, and I would like it if he would stop. You son of a bitch. Oh, thank God. Okay. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, we get a cutscene? I turn up the volume. Hello? Oh. That's a lot of stars. Star Scourge. I wonder... Oh. Star Scourge. Was he keeping something away, do you think? That's not how you spell Scourge. Subtitles. I wonder if he was keeping something away with a name like Star Scourge. A red mark was made out, or is made on the map. I also want to check out what I have received from the... Oh. Is anyone else... Weapons? Let me... re-equip literally anything, just in case. Hi.
What a sick way to fight, eh, mate? The glory of the clash is shared. By Radahn, and you, and then a falling star. Right before our eyes. I can't fathom how Radahn was holding back something of that scale. He was a living legend. If ever I saw one.
I guess Star Scourge could mean both a scourge, like, toward the stars, or one made of them. So unclear. Anything else?
It's time I left. The wheel of fate has been set into motion. If it's on the cards, I'd be glad to meet again. You are a fine warrior.
Anything else?
If it's on the cards,
okay.
I'd be glad to meet again. You are a fine warrior.
Oh, we're gonna meet again. The first place I'm going after this is to fight that dude in that prison that I'm allowed to summon you for help with. And then we're gonna go find Ranni, Because I can't talk to her without you being available to also talk to her, I think. So, is there anyone else to talk to? Besides Blythe and Alexander? Hello?
Hello there. It was a battle marvelously fought. You are well and truly a champion, friend. I, on the other hand, am nothing but a crock. One hit was all it took to crack me, and for my insides to come spilling out. After that, I hid like a coward.
That's my job.
As such, I can hardly stand to face one such as you. But don't you think I've given up just yet. As luck would have it, there's a veritable mountain of warriors' bodies right here. If I can just squeeze this bunch down inside me, I'll be a mighty warrior again in no time. And you know, the bodies found here are exceedingly fine. Who could expect any less from the very warriors who fought in the Shattering? The greatest of all wars. Just you wait and see, friend. I'll grow even stronger. Just you wait when next we meet.
Is that how that works? You just sort of alchemize a bunch of corpses and consume their innards, and both metaphorical and magical and physical innards?
Bodies found here are exceedingly fine. Who could expect any less from the very warriors who fought in the Shattering? The greatest of all wars. Just
Okay.
wait and see, friend.
I'll do that. Let's put away the valuable arrows. And put the less valuable ones in their place. Normal bolts. Please. Alright. Oh boy. I was not actually expecting to get that today, truth be told. But I guess being slightly more awake than last time, and having a strategy works wonders. What are the messages then? I have approximate knowledge, as I say, of many things. Madness, futility. Warrior, all the more sadness ahead. Yeah. That is what my approximate knowledge tells me. Good sir. What else on this field, then? Underground tomb. Is there an underground tomb? This is the sort of thing that one might put here and then just not have. People do tend to just sort of say things. Behold weak foe. Did indeed did it. Oh, some of these bodies are more directly rendered as clearly the variety from the cutscene. Tarnished ahead. Mysterious soot pile. Seek north. North. I mean, I happen to have... What did I mark it to as due north? Ah. Well, yes, there is quite a bit of north to be getting along to, I suppose. Let's see what the messages other Tarnished have left are. Didn't expect victory. Mood. Mood. And you know, I hear there is a way to lure him into the water to insta-kill him when he hits phase 2. Now that I've done this legitly, and next time I'll do it legitly in melee, but I kind of want to look up the strategy for that just to be able to do it, because I think it's funny, which is a lot of my motivation. A lot of old bodies. Dedge. I'm kind of wondering, like, just because we had a lot of summons, I'm kind of wondering if there are any bodies that are more recent, or if there was some sort of haunting going on, or what. Doragon. The moon, the moon. Not a pale blood moon, but a moon nonetheless. I suppose these would be scattered approximately all over the place, depending on what people did to win, I guess? Unclear if that cutscene teleports you to a specific spot, or if this is more of a case of the grace is in a specific spot and aforementioned thanks. And you just sort of stay where you are and have to find your way to it. It's a big field. Yeah, let's wander around for a bit, then grab the grace. I got all them tasty runes. Oh, great, we're gonna read these. Radahn's Great Rune. Devoid of any benediction. The Great Rune of Shardbearer Radahn, again, devoid of any benediction. Seek the divine Tower of Caelid, which stands upon the precipice at the Dragon Barrow's shore. Interesting. I think I've been to around the Dragon Barrow, so I'll have to double check that. Remembrance of the Star Scourge. Take the power of its namesake via finger reader. Right, good reminder to do that. Remembrance of Star Scourge Radahn hewn into the Erd Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. The Red Lion General wielded gravitational powers, which he learned in Celia during his younger days. Also, he would never have to abandon his beloved but scrawny steed. I assume that's a very magically long-lived horse? That, you know, I approve of the sentiment, but I can't help but feeling that aforementioned steed, must have been a bit put upon to learn all that, all things considered. Might have been more thrilled not to follow his master. Then again, the Red Wolf of Radahn, was it? No, Red Wolf of, well, same difference in this case. You know, another loyal creature waiting its master's return despite everything that must have gone down. So maybe being separated from Radahn wouldn't have really made the horse any happier. I wonder if anyone's written an exploration of that idea. Someone who has slightly more lore knowledge than me. I feel like that would be a novel concept to explore. The various, the beasts of various intelligence and their loyalties to the various gods and demigods roaming around the lands between, and how their perspective must have been on the shattering and all of the associated conflicts. I think that would make for a novel perspective piece. I don't have nearly the information necessary at this point, or I expect the grasp of the minutiae even in the future to even attempt such a thing, but wow, this is a big space. I'm gonna have to find my way back to the I didn't activate the oh boy. Well, I guess I will be roaming for a bit because I very much did not activate the Site of Grace. So we're gonna have to find that again. But yeah, then I guess since that worked out so quickly, the plan will be get Blythe's help on that fellow in the Gowl. And, see what that begets, I guess. I might not pursue the items with Ronnie today just because I think that probably deserves quite some dedicated attention. But that means we'll be able to start off with that next time, as well as some of the other items on our checklist. For example, have been given the information that there's some cool equipment at some of the various mini dungeons that we have discovered but passed up previously in pursuit of more direct aims, which is all very well. I'm gonna... Wardead Catacombs. I'm gonna grab the Site of Grace for convenience, and then I'm gonna not sit at it, but I am going to write it in my notes for the future, because I do not think now is quite the time. But interesting name, given the location. Alright, that's been noted down. That's not the button that I want. Right, we will come back to this. See, that's why it's good to roam around the edges of maps and stick your nose into things. While sometimes, obviously, the best thing to do is to... good luck required ahead. Great. Well, obviously the best thing to do is find places where the geometry doesn't match up and stick your face into the underside of the map. That's the most fun. But finding places you were intended to be, which are somewhat out of the way, that's perhaps one of the next most. Now what's all this in the water over there? And then we will, try to find the Site of Grace again and, see if there's any dialogue attached to it that we should, be experiencing right now instead of immediately herring off into the wild. You know, in character, this Tarnished is, as easily distractible as I. I don't actually think that doesn't improve visibility. Sometimes, with the contrast being what it is, that it really doesn't. Oh! Them big old bolts. Don't we have some great bolts? We need to find what we can use those with. I think I've heard a great bow is like a thing. What's all this? Visions of something incredible. A non-pale blood sky, yes. This? Have a gorgeous view. Okay, so just a pretty beach. No secret ahead, thank you. If that is indeed true. I mean, I'm not walking into the abyss for it, but... Giant ahead? What's that to mean? Huh. Wild. I wonder what that shipwreck was meant to contain. It doesn't look like we can reach it. But it interests me. The old weapons remaining. Why do I get the feeling some people walked into the abyss? Still no, we are gonna not try and ride a horse next to aforementioned abyss. This actually reminds me of I've been to the ocean more than a few times, and some places, right? The water grows deeper quite gradually. Bird's eye telescope ahead. Is there really? But yeah, it grows deeper quite gradually, and you can look into the water and you can just sort of keep walking into it until it gets a bit too deep. And I assume it falls off eventually, but it doesn't happen at a distance that's quite reasonable to get to when you're just walking along and such, right? But there are some places where it drops off very suddenly, within 2 meters or so, right? And you can just look down a little way, especially at a lower tide and when the waves are calmer, or at a super low tide, and you just see, or if you look on like some sort of charted out map and whatnot, and you just see a sharp drop off, a shelf into the water. Very much like this one, actually. No boss ahead. Interesting. As I said, it's quite something to see. Oh, and you know, when you look at the sea charts and things for various education matters, for this and that. It does instill within you a somewhat healthy respect, I think, for not wandering blindly into the water, and correspondingly not getting dragged down by the undertow to the point where you McDie. You know, I guess on a related note, actually, once when I was quite a little youth, when I was very short, not that I'm not still on the shorter side, but when I was quite small, we were in an area with a bunch of waves, like pretty tall ones. Just it was that sort of a place. You probably, I don't know if they were tall enough you could have surfed on them. Like I said, the perspective was, of course, from my very tiny self. I wonder if we could draw the battle all the way over here if you ran for it. Something for future me to examine. But anyway, you know, I was wandering along without a care in the world, and then a wave came right over me, right over my head, and needless to say, this was quite alarming. This was quite alarming. I believe I might have even been, obviously, when I say I was quite a small youth, I mean like really small. I think I might even have been being carried at that time when the wave went right over us, and obviously such things as breathing or you know, being able to see when there's a bunch of salt water in one's eyes, those were a little bit difficult. And luckily, of course, because I was not roaming on my own, I did not get pulled under said waves, and made it back to where everyone sort of was, with a minimum of being quite upset about the whole matter. Now this was quite a core memory for a long time. Obviously, I remember it even now. Not just, I don't know if it's memories of remembering it or not. But it's something that makes me, and always made me, ever since that time so long ago, a little bit nervous. When the waves start getting a little high like that. Not all placid like this. But stormy, or in places that have like a really big beach. Like, again, the sort of places you'd go, I assume you'd go surfing at, or even ones where you perhaps wouldn't. You see the big old waves in the distance, and I can't help remembering the whole matter of when I was a small, tiny being. Just an interesting little perspective there, I suppose. Now, where? So while I've been wandering around the edge of this, and we've come back to where we left from, I have been trying to find the site of grace, and a little bit, anyway. And it's not here, so I think we're gonna get back on horseback and run into the middle of the zone and hope it's somewhere noticeable. Because, oh, this Alexander. Very good, very good. Noticeable silhouette despite all the standing tall swords, I suppose, because everything else is much thinner, even when it's grouped up together like this. Anyway, let's see if we get any any dialogue or information when we get Side of Grace, or if everyone just sort of wanders off and we get no exposition until we go to the next event. Anyway, let's see. Alright. And nothing. Star Scourge Radahn. It's just the name of the Side of Grace. Fair enough. And what's that? I'll take a look, I guess. Weird. Nothing in the garments. Nothing to really do with the ashes. Still don't have any other great runes. We'll get this one sorted out, hopefully, on the soon side. Do I have anything to shove in the chest, really? Got a bunch of sombers. We're still missing another 7. Normal ones. Could get more of the fancier ones, I suppose. Oh, hopefully we can get another... It was either a memory stone or a talisman pouch. More of those would be useful. But, all of these have, at least ostensibly, a decent purpose. Right, I need more sombers for the crossbow here. And for the pulley bow. I mean, I suppose needing a bunch of somber smithing stones is rather the state of things. Hopefully we can grab the... I think a lot of the bell bearings for the sombers are actually just sort of laying about. They just happen to be in dangerous areas. I'll explore the map like I do first, and then after I've, like, opened it all up, then if I haven't found everything yet, I'll look up the bell bearings. As a matter of convenience for the grinding purposes. And then, you know, the quest to safely acquire one is its own sort of a thing. I don't need all these shields on my person, but they're not really doing anything wrong sitting here, I suppose. It's probably fine. Wolf head continues to be the most valuable item that I've picked up that I wear. Nothing to really put away. Oh. Well, these are, oh, that's right, these are different. 7676 564. I think we can put these away. And we need to put the commoner's shoes. We've got to sell those. We've got to remember to sell those. I know I've had the opportunity 5 or 6 times, but I just keep forgetting, even though I clearly have them in the chest. No fancy new medallions at the moment. Yeah, okay, we're good there. Okay, levels. We have enough for 2 levels, and we can grind for a 3rd one. But I think we're looking to get everything up to the soft cap, and then start pouring more things into... You know, I do want to go just aggressively into Dex, but I think get everything else up to 20 first, except for Vigor, which I'm willing to dig myself into the hole where I cannot take a single melee hit and just have to find ways to deal with that. Obviously, you could do like fancy one-shot things, but I am not quite that strategic yet. Again, I keep saying if I get frustrated with it, I'll just spend the time grinding out the runes from a cheese source or something like that. But I don't know. Still, these can best be applied. I think we were going to go for intelligence, right? Yeah, cancel leveling up for the moment. what is the equipment that we wanted to be able to use? That needs 17, which we can make for right now. Even though we don't really... I don't know how much better or worse it's gonna be. I guess it's gonna depend. Doesn't have a weight though. But anyway, we can use a staff, although we haven't yet. I think there's nothing... No, some of the magic stuff up here. Well, those have a scaling, but it's not something we don't have the requirement for yet. So, but it is int. Okay. So let us level up int. We'll grab some runes, and by grab them, I mean I'm willing to cheese for those just to clear up the stock. And we'll put that last one into int as well, because I think there were... we could put it into mind. I want more FP. That's the lack of FP is starting to get to me in terms of tools I can use to deal with the fact that I have 0 health. Okay, everyone left. Now what's this? Oh! Oh, that's the return thingy. No, don't leave yet. Cave ahead. Oh, that's the cave that we ended up in. Yeah. There is a cave ahead. Clear sky required. I wonder what that's to mean. But yep. Cave it is. Alright. Let's deal with the immediate fallout from this. Actually, before we go picking any other fights. We might actually just save those for next time. And switch over. Alright. Oh! Where does this one send me? Is this just back? Oh, I mean, is everyone gone? I guess we can poke around with impunity now, so... maybe. Or we can't. I mean, good that we got everything out of the way, I guess. Let's roam around a little bit. That does mean, if the entry hall area doesn't have those bosses again, it means we missed the opportunity to deal with them. I heard something. Okay, the lions are left here. Great. As much as I want that mysterious item... Nope. Are all the doors shut? Oh. Well, I'll come back for that item eventually. I'm definitely going to forget if I've effectively cleared everything here, so we'll come back to that. Oh. Yep, folks standing around. And it's still peaceful zone. Let's see if anyone has anything to say. The living have very much departed. Okay, so we're not going to be getting that fight. Unfortunate. I mean, I guess with the amount of powering up I've been up to, it probably wouldn't account for much, but I kind of wanted to do it. I'll remember to do it next time, I suppose. Okay, that's Big Dead. Wonder if that side door. Dedge. Oh! I was wondering. Let's look around a bit. Still shut. Alright, let's see what you have to say. Nothing else here? Or you could be dead. Oh, this is, I think, is this from the screen that we see?
At last, the war festival has ended. Brave champion, you have our gratitude.
Do we?
The celebration was spectacular. General Radahn is surely pleased. Festering with rot and crippled by madness, all he wanted was an honorable death.
Interesting.
Finally, my work is done. I'm no longer bound to this fortress. I have a task in mind.
Do you?
Old business, you could say. You wouldn't understand. May we meet again, if the fates deign it. Brave champion. It's time I went on my way. May we meet again, if the fates deign it. Brave champion.
Anything else?
It's time I went
Okay.
on my way. May we meet again, if the...
And the door won't open. So I'd have to get back down there with a side of grace. Does that mean you could theoretically portal out and not grab either side of grace and then just be stuck? I mean, it's possible this area would open back up again after this guy left. There's a side of grace down here. I can rest at that, then come back upstairs and see if A, the boss is back here, and B, well, okay. Okay, the dudes are still here. Alright. Okay, fella's gone. Door still shut though? Still time out of mind. Yeah, so I guess you could probably leave and then lock yourself out of that zone. At least for the near future. Well, luckily I did not do that. No, I think I saw... When we were in there, I think I saw some stuff locked off, right? Anyway, I guess the next thing to check in on is Starfall Crater. Oh, now that's interesting. We still haven't been to here. Okay, so let's put things in order. We need to get to this Evergaol at some point and deal with that, and hopefully Oblight's help. Ronnie Tower is up there. Need to take a look at that. I would like to check in with Calais and Vare. Still seems to be there. Cool, cool. And And then obviously check in with the round table. And we'll deal with whatever is at this crater later. Very definitively later, in fact. Hello? You alive? Hello.
It's you again. Always a pleasure. Care to purchase anything?
Nothing super new that especially nothing that I need quite yet.
Goodbye for now.
Actually, wait. I can sell you shit.
What is it?
Commoner shoes.
Goodbye for now.
Okay, and then, although our physical defense is sorely lacking, we can make it slightly less shit. I mean, we could have more balanced load, I guess. Yeah, probably keep a balanced load. Partial physical armor, partial the opposite of that. So if we get ambushed by something in the face, maybe we won't instantly die and we could regroup. Okay, we want due west. And then, yeah, I'll close out by, I'll grab the, those spare runes that we need to do that last level after I check in with the round table. And then we'll switch to Resi. And get murdered a couple of times, as one does. Alright, we don't really need the red flowers or anything. Come on, dude. Dialogue? Dialogue?
Be sure to try
Nope.
that finger eye.
Yeah. Finger this, finger that. Phrasing. Round table hold. That sorcerer fellow's still not back. Troubles me. Hello?
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Talk to everyone except the Finger Maiden. First. This is what we can do. You're still back there. What can I buy here? Not feathers yet. A bunch of misc stuff that I want to pick up. Not super useful at the moment, and will not deal with it now. Come back to it. Not dead. Hello.
You. What is it?
Find the albinoric woman. She hides in a cave to the west of the Laskia ruins, which
Right, we got the other half of that. I don't know where the other half is.
She knows the location of the medallion's counterpart, I'm sure.
Yeah, we had that dialogue. I don't remember it.
There are 4 more demigods yet to be located. Mikola of the Halig Tree, the Unalloyed, his twin, Melania, the undefeated swordswoman, Luna Princess Rani.
Oh, we know where Ronnie lives.
And the one
And the Lord of Blood, aka Mr. DLC Gate, isn't he?
Rani is said to have cast aside her grave.
Yeah, Ronnie's just about.
So here at the Hold, we seek the whereabouts of the remaining 3 shard bearers. If you should learn anything of these matters, I'll trade your findings for a hidden treasure or a long-lost right, known only to me. We both desire to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. As such, I hope we are compelled to work together.
For as long as we can. Nefeli, what up?
You've already heard.
I have not heard.
Indeed. It seemed the whelp harbored suspicions.
so I had no further use for her. Honestly, what's a man to do?
Bro.
A determined plebeian is more wicked than an omen horn, quite frankly. I suspect that's just what the Queen wants. A dose of ambition to incite the tarnished.
My brother in Christ, I don't know literally any of what... I guess we'll be checking downstairs to see if she's here. And if she has any dialogue for us, because I literally have no idea what you were talking about just now. You alive?
Good to see you safe. So, what do you need?
You don't have anything new for me. But also aren't dead, which is nice. Alright. Check in with both of you in a minute. And I think we're good for now. Nothing doing up here. Okay. So... Oh, you are here. I'll check the everywhere in a sec, but...
Ah, you. Please, leave me be. It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think. So you know already, do you?
I do not know.
Right. It's true. My father cast me out.
Horalu,
For indulging
yeah.
my emotions. Forgetting the mission. Punishment for offing his pawns. Lord Gideon has offered me guidance all my life. I would have done anything for him. To place him on the throne of Elden Lord. And yet though it was not my intent, I betrayed him.
I am super lost. This is another one of those, I'm gonna look up exactly how to follow all of these quest lines. And if they don't make sense after I get them in the right order, then that's a me problem. But,
And I can no longer trust in Father.
right.
He'd order his men to enact such tragedy.
What did he do?
Where's the justice he purports in that? He once told me that if he became Elden Lord, he would never allow the downtrodden to be cheated.
What did he do?
Was he simply lying to me?
Probably. Okay, so Gideon Ofnir ordered like a massacre or something. And that got around to Nefelilu, who was like, hey, not what I signed up for. And then Gideon was like, you are of no use to me. And now she's having a crisis. What am I do all my life? Because Gideon was her father figure mentor, and her father was not in the picture.
No. How could I say that? Father has always given me his guidance.
Yeah.
And now I've lost it.
No grace to guide ya? I think you mentioned that before, right?
No. How could I say that?
I mean, not that I trust the
Father
grace
has
over much,
always given me his
but like,
guidance. And now I've lost it.
yeah. Something incredible ad. Can't open it yet. Nothing over here. Nothing over here. We've been this way, of course. In fact, the kitchens are all walled off like that. One wonders, is it something that people just have individual permission to access once they've become sufficiently trusted? Or is there like one person who's responsible for the kitchens who normally has access to keep everyone from like poisoning each other or something? Jellyfish needs grave glove worth 6. Wolf also does. Oh right, we need to try the wolves. And then we got the fancy fellers, which we have not upgraded. We'll come back to all of those. But speaking of that, let's re-equip our dear jellyfish friend. And also the wolves. And we'll give him a try somewhere.
Well, where have you been hiding?
In Radahnn's castle.
You for dead. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
Alright, so we need sombers. We need 5s and a 3. Okay, so some of these need sombers because they're fancy. Some of them just need normal ones. This is another one of those. I really need to grind for the runes later. Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Where do I find that? Yeah, because a lot of these it's just a matter of runes. Not all of them, but a couple. Okay. Finger Eater. That's it. It's up here. Reader. Hi. No direct words from me. You either... I wonder if this throne belonged to someone in the past who was not merely standing in front of it as a giant, slightly rotting pair of fingers. One wonders.
You have returned. What is it?
Remembrance? I'll give you the Great Sword, which I have little use for at the moment. Starscourge Great Sword. A curved great swords of black steel wielded by General Radahn, a pair of weapons decorated with a lion mane motif. Radahn earned considerable renown as the Starscourge in his youth, and it is said that it was during this time he engraved the gravity crest upon these blades. Unique skill, Starcaller Cry. Bring the two swords together and roar into the skies, pulling in enemies with a gravitational wave. Follow up with an additional input to slam down with gravity-infused swords. Okay. Again, very powerful magic. But this is not the stats I have focused on, so... And then the great bow. Ooh, there's a great bow. Now that I might want. However, I don't know if I want to spend the remembrance yet. I think there's a way to duplicate these, but I don't know how scuffed it is, so like... It's best leave that for the moment. Lion Great Bow. Great bow of black iron wielded by General Radahn, decorated with a lion mane motif. Imbued with gravitational power of the Star Scourge, when used along with Radahn's spear, it becomes a true weapon of a champion. Unique skill, Radahn's Rain. Archery skill performed from a low stance. Ready the bow and fire a sudden flurry of arrows up into the sky. The arrows will pour on foes like rain. Right. I kept on forgetting that despite the opening of that being, you know, dodging arrows, the Vidya game, I kind of forgot about them near the end when he's just sort of, you know, troubling us. Receive equipment. What's his equipment? Fancy hat? Armor? Ooh. Heavy, though. Gauntlets? And greaves. And the spear. Infinite spears, rather. Great arrows used by General Radahn during the Festival of Combat. These are in fact the many spears with which he was stabbed by the Clean Rot Knights, imbued with Radahn's gravitational power. So you're telling me he was stabbed by a shit ton of knights, and then his response to this was to grab all of the spears that stabbed him, and then imbue them with his power, and then just use them to murder everyone. That's pretty boss. Kind of spear of Longinus? The Jesus spear. That's the most irreverent way I could possibly say that. Anyway, I will grind out the runes to grab all the equipment later. I want to use the ones I have on me for like...
Oh, go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
You gonna give me some words? No.
Oh, go forth.
Okay. I mean, we do know where we need to go. Chest. Yeah, we're storing those. We're storing them for the moment. Although that great bow I would like, it will be. I guarantee it'll be a resource hog. Frankly, it might be better to find a normal great bow from somewhere first, and you can buy the spear arrows without dealing with that nonsense. So we'll see if we can find a great bow to be getting along with first. Still holding that blessing. Deathbed companion. And I am aware that that means we have even less HP than one might expect. One lives with such things. Okay. Let us acquire a couple runes for that last level. How many do we need? 10,000. And we're gonna tick up yeah, we'll get these to 20. And then arcane, and then shovel everything into mind for a while. That's the plan. Love those miss button inputs. For some reason, my instinct was, ah yes, hit R1. Despite that never, at any point in this game, being the, being the input for dodging. L2, I believe, is sometimes the input for dodging. On account of skills and stuff, but not R1. Good gracious. Alright. Onward to victory. Would be convenient if one of these were the mysterious get those bonus amounts. But it's not really worthwhile to really fish for them. I feel like there were some of those fellers who show up randomly at some merchants at midnight that I haven't poked in the face yet. I should look them all up and make sure I have acquired their materials and get to that. All right. Not really. I'm not sure. Is it? I guess it's 120 runes. I think. to not have to buy a thin beast bone, so it's not worth it to kill the deer on every cycle if possible without chasing after it too far, but like moderately tedious. Like more than just the circuit running downhill. I oughtn't to complain, since this is cheesing materials. But like, I think it's 1 or 2 more rounds. Oh, good grief. Lack of sleep is catching up to me. It is, after all, on the late side. It's, oh. Funny time for the 10 to show up, but sure. Use them on the level, and then use the rest of them on bones. Go for int to make it even. Yeah, so shove them into these. Arcane's like luck or discovery. Yeah, this is a discovery. Kind of might want mind first, but discovery. Alternate between int and faith, and then alternate between int and mind, and then go back to dex. Or, if we have anything specific we need dex for, I guess. Be the way to cover that. Let's grab the material. Actually, what's the difference in these now? Let us add levels to the Golden Order. Wait, that might need Sombers, which I'm reluctant to use right now. I mean, we can buy the basic ones. Okay, 150. Okay. Again, that fellow's still not here. Okay, so the next stop is gonna be down here either way. And then we probably want to loop up to whatever's at that crater. We might want to check around to Millicent, actually. We might want to do that before we land here. Just to see what is going on. Ew. Okay, well, we'll check down the way, I suppose. Wasn't there a plant that was here that I was like, oh yeah, free stuff? Perhaps not. Southwest. And I believe there's a way down the hill. I mean, slightly. Oh yeah, it was the Sacramental Bloods, I guess. Okay. You alive? Oh. Where's Gallery?
Oh. Hello again. Something about this place felt familiar to me, so I decided to pay a visit.
hoping to find someone here.
Yeah.
But I've only found emptiness. Perhaps before my departure, I needed someone to say farewell to. Well, never mind that. I must focus on my journey, for which I have you to thank. I must stay strong. Well, never mind that. I must focus on my journey.
That's interesting.
For which I have you to thank. I must stay strong.
So you don't remember Gowry. Although he certainly wanted to be of help to you. I need to go back over his dialogue to see if he implied a personal connection or just a professional knowledge of her existence. Interesting. Probably want to pick up more of those butterflies later. Yeah, no, I guess we'll be seeing you? Millicent's here, Gowry's not. Merchant's there. Merchant. Oh dear. Merchant. So Gowry's missing. That one sorcerer that we that was originally at the round table, missing. The one we gave that one key to, tentatively missing. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be showing up. Jarberg. At least I'm not seeing his profile show up anywhere obvious. E.g. Finger Reader Crone. Volcano Manor, which we still need to evaluate. Poison Place too, for that matter. And of course the entire capital. Right. Alright then. Let's just land ourselves over here and we will switch games. Yeah, and looking around there. Hopefully will be sufficient to remind us of what we've been doing. Oh, level 69. Nice. Alright, that's our Elden Ring section for today. Alright. Like I said, getting awful late. Oh, good grief. Time for some resi. And I should change the game title. Oh, nice. Okay, tags are changed appropriately. You should be good to go there. All this stuff. Oh, right. Motion sickness is gonna get to me. That's fine. She's alive. Ethan's wife, Mia, has been missing for 3 years when he receives a sudden message from her. The message leads him to an abandoned house where he enters to find out what really happened to his wife. Alright. Why is this lighting up like it's low on battery? It's not. Oh. Ha, I logged off just shoving my face in the wall. Fair enough. Alright, what did we need? We needed the, what do you call it? Fuse. Right, well, down we go. Don't look forward to this, even though I know where it's gonna go. Not at all. This open? Yeah, not yet. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust the movement controls on this. Motion sickness is real, man. Oh yes, we were gonna do the tape. So I figure we do the tape section. We do the bit where we go under here. By pulling the lever in the fireplace that the tape section would reveal to us, but I want to do it anyway. We do the downstairsy bit. And then yeah, we proceed a little further. Well, we'll see where we can save next, I guess. But next time we reach a stopping point, I'll probably call it. Actually, give me a second to get a little bit to drink. But yeah, we'll give it about an hour or so. So it'll be a tiny bit of a short stream, but like I said, been awake a while. So give me just half a second. Alright. Yeah, I've got a lychee flavored drink thing. It's quite nice. Derelict house footage. June 2017, Clancy Jarvis, abandoned house, derelict house, June 1st. Dolby haunted house rehearsal. Okay. So I did not click through that. It does eventually go off on its own. Whoa.
Speaking of which, make sure the sound is right this time. I don't want a repeat of Amarillo. That was 2 fucking years ago. I don't do ADR.
Right. These guys. Rude, I'm right here.
New plan. We do a walkthrough of the inside first, then we shoot the intro.
Just like we always do. Just try to say the show's name this time, okay?
No problem. Tonight on Sewer Gators, another worthless fucking ship. Happy? What's that?
I forgot that the volume was doing whatever it was doing. I will need to check into that. Another reason to cut this section short after we reach another natural stopping place, so I can figure out, while awake, why I am just not hearing.
Get out of the way. It's loud. After you.
Maybe it's just compared to a dozen other audio sources.
Do you ever prep? What's the prep? Shitty house, spooky sounds. Ooh, is it haunted? Fuck. I wasn't anchored, you know?
Weekend sub, Pete. Not anchored.
What's that?
Nothing.
These two must have worked together a long time. And hated every minute of it, maybe.
Abandoned farmhouse, missing family, foul play suspected. The usual.
How long did you say this place has been abandoned?
3 years.
So we don't get a good look at Andre most of the time. I feel like he looks familiar, but it might just be...
Not hillbillies, the Bakers. Jack and Marguerite Baker. We're quiet, not back.
Not goopy, just dirty.
Son, Lucas. That's the parent.
Ah, shit!
No roaches yet.
My good shoes. Oh, shit. Glad I had my shots. Although, this would make a great backdrop. Andre, what do you think? Andre?
Oh, Andre. Big rip.
Andre?
F's in the chat for Andre.
Clancy, you see where Andre went?
Ghost sighted in Bayou. This is before everyone started going missing aggressively, when it was just ghosts and not 20 people. Actually, that's interesting. 20 people, or, you know, a bunch of people in 3 years. That implies the space was still kinda being used, at least for people to drop papers off at, over the intermittent time, right? And yet, the food was left to fester. Things were left to become goop. Super weird. Okay, well, that one's goopy. Don't like that one.
Where is he? Unfucking believable. This is the last time I work with that guy. I mean, producers, they come and go, but a good cameraman like you, Clancy, you stick with me.
I am not sticking with you, actually. Yeah? You going somewhere with that? Great. You wait there while I go explore the creepy abandoned house that's not as abandoned yet. Not open. Not yet full of mannequins. Cool. No save. Unfortunate. I mean, we're in a dream. It's fine. Oh god, this brightness junk. I mean, horror game. Yeah, I definitely need to adjust the camera movement. Cameraman. Clancy. Oh.
What the fuck was that? Did you hear that?
Perhaps not as abandoned as you thought, sir.
Andre? Where the fuck is he?
You know how it is, sir.
Andre, where are you, man?
Still missing. I mean, they might just remove the thing when they get a hint people will be here. TV and piano still in the same place. Same picture. I like how you first look in the... I mean, I guess the place to look is the, fireplace. Because, of course, you could get people stuck in there, you could get things hiding, you could get bats, you could get birds. Oh. Whoops. Gotta switch the profile. Nothing here. Yeah, in the actual demo, I believe one of the items that you need to find is actually here, not further along.
You first.
Rude.
Need a nice hero shot of me coming down the ladder. So, you first.
Wouldn't your face be better for a nice hero shot coming down the ladder rather than your suit-covered rear, sir? Eh. Do you say anything if I come back up? Other than one of your textures majorly being borked. Which is a little funny. Can I just... Nope. Can't jump down. Ladder only. Ladders are that you can't really, like, look around on. Which makes sense. In some ways, you're on a ladder. On the other hand, you have better vision than that. I mean, he's holding a camera. What is your camera taped to? Sir. Well, anyway. Super spooky, because you've got that sense of something's behind you. This part always gets to me. Even though if I know what's coming, right? Big rip, by the way. The way that it's shot, I always jump. It's like, yes, big edge, but like, it's the music works very well with how quickly the scene changes. So like, warning for gruesome imagery in the next couple of seconds here. Alright, big edge. I mean, traditional shot, right? Oh, yeah. And the flashing. Hi. I don't like the flashing. Can we, like, lower that? And the screaming. Rip Andre, rip Clancy. Rip, what's your name?
Jesus.
Yeah, Ethan. It's about how it is. Can you put it in a second time? I guess you can. Clancy, Andre, and then can I leave early? Or do I have to play out the whole thing again? Jesus.
Where did you find this guy? Give me a break,
Pete.
I only work with professionals.
Can I leave? I like how I still have access to... Oh no, project proposal. Planning document belonging to the amateur video production team Sewer Gators. Not currently defaced. Nice. Do we have to do this whole section again? Whoops.
We'll walk through the inside first, then we shoot the intro. Just like we always do. Just try to say the show's name this time, okay? No problem. Nice. Worthless fucking shit. Happy?
I'm gonna bother you. If you're gonna murder us, I'm gonna knock on your door aggressively. Because I'm gonna wait for everyone else to walk through. Sir?
Are we rolling?
We are definitely rolling. Your producers are out here? Well, I mean, I guess if you've worked together long enough, and this is like a small indie production of sorts, you'd think you'd be better to... Maybe you're the sort of people who are like this with your close friend co-workers, but like, I don't know about that, man. I assume there's something supposedly charming about you, but I don't know what it is. Invisible wall. Rude.
Abandoned farmhouse, missing family, foul play suspected. The usual.
How long did you say this place has been abandoned?
3 years.
Clancy, get a shot of this. Let's make a great cutaway. So, Hillbilly Joe and his family go missing.
Not hillbillies, the Bakers. Jack and Marguerite Baker.
Oh, you know, I think back then, way back when, I think I might have had a dream about this junk, right? Because I was watching a bunch of people play this over and over again. And of course, because this section was also the, oh, come on. Oh, we're not allowed to see him disappear. Can't follow him.
Although, this would make a great backdrop. Andre, what do you think? Andre?
There we go. Come on. You just have your dialogue back there, sir. Nothing. Rude. Oh, no door noise. Interesting. But, right, so I saw this section a bunch of times. And I feel like something about that just now reminded me of something about seeing all the people who got McDead and it was something about people blaming this, that, and the other. I don't know, I just saw that part of the set often enough that my brain used it as a furnishing a couple of times. Which, like, interesting. Not terribly useful, to be perfectly honest. But I'm not allowed to click on it. Looks like the people Andre was talking about. None the photos over around here. I wonder. And of course you kind of wonder how much of this is just sort of let to rot like this as part of like the set, you know? The window dressing. Luring people in who want to be like, hey. Because like, this is stuff from within the lifetime of the family. But I mean, I can just head down before he does anything. Nice. Dedge? Okay, so we just don't get any of his dialogue. Oh, flashing. Part of what startles you here, or what startled me here, like obviously when I see this on, when I'm just watching it, it still startles me. I think it's the contrast difference. And of course I don't like things with eyes like that. It's like, eh. But also the controller shakes. Again, I think adding that as an emphasis is a pretty good plan, in all things considered, and we're not putting the tape back in. Oh, is there anything up there? Just a lamp. Same stuff. Photos tucked in away in places. Alright. Okay, I know we haven't been at this for very long, but I think the sudden... I don't know what is with the motion sickness thing. And I want to adjust the volume. I don't want this to be going on super long without it. I want to confirm if that's alright. So I think what I want to do now is actually save and call it for now. I know it's a super short stream. And I want to try to stream again tomorrow. I don't know how well that's going to work out. It might not. To sort of make up the time, so another short stream tomorrow to make up the full 4 hours, you know? But like, oh. Nah, single slot life. You should see, and I guess you will see my system for Resident Evil 8. That I have a whole, like, charted out how many save slots I have and how I should use them to keep track of things that, not just to like save scum and go back, but like if I want to go to a specific point in time and either replay it or like take aggressive screenshots or something. I just have a whole system there. But no, I pressed save. I know I did, but we're gonna press it anyway. Yeah, head's starting to hurt and everything. I don't know what's up to it. I think I'll take some time to like poke around in the settings and figure out what's up with that, because no, I think we're gonna call it, right? Because that's as much as I was picking this as like a easy thing to switch to after Radahn, or I suppose I was planning for it to be not after Radahn. My volume settings are definitely a little borked. Yeah, because I had to turn up the volume I'm hearing, up to double what it is in Elden Ring for me to be able to hear the dialogue in Resi. So I definitely, I want to figure out what is going on there. And whether or not it's apparent on the other end. But, yeah, I guess it's just been a long day, right? Well, I think yeah, that'll be all for tonight, dear listeners. Thanks everyone for tuning in. You know, we could start. Let's since this is a short, let's figure out about this whole rating thing, perhaps, and see what we can do about that. This is gonna require some googling. So outro first, I guess. Remember, we'll get the VODs up on the YouTube VOD channel right quick. I try pretty hard to do it right after the end of stream, unless I've got to make some sort of little edit, or I need to check into something, in which case sometimes it'll take a little longer. But this one should be up tonight right quick. Links are found in the About section and I believe below. And I will include the recommended reading and fanfiction of the day in the description. In the meanwhile, until next time, everyone, take care, travel safe, don't fall over, and remember that each of you are precious, unique in all the world, completely irreplaceable. I'd say rest well, dear listeners, and good night, but we're going to be trying to figure out how rating works first, which is gonna take me a hot second. Twitch. How to raid from OBS. Raid channel name. Let's see. Alright, so as many people may know, Iron Mouse is having a subathon right now, which I have been watching avidly this past month. You know, might as well raid into there with our good gracious, you know, I don't know if it is just me. But just as designed. You still seem to be there, but you might be Eep. But yeah, let's see about dropping you off at Mousy. If this works. So it's /raid and then channel name. Now does that work for in OBS? Raid Iron Mouse? Let me actually have my stream open so I can see what this looks like from the inside. But, yeah, all that being the case, you know, rest well, dear listeners. And good night. Oh, lol. Mouse settings probably require more people. Okay, so no raid on Mousy. But I did get a feedback message from the chat in OBS, which means it will probably let us. Anyone else that I know of who is live? Let's see. I don't actually know that many streamers who are, like, up at this hour. So... growing pains and all that. Am I able to spell that? Close enough. Okay, sensible enough. Again, do I know anyone? What with this whole being quite new to VTubing nonsense, it's knowledge of names bigger than bread boxes. Okay, well, if there's not someone I actively watch, I suppose the next thing to try is see who else is playing Elden Ring, actually. So is there anyone smaller than a bread box that could use the eepy eyes? and who's not on the DLC. Decent random number. There's a VTuber. Okay, so I think I have found another VTuber loitering around with a, you know, just to figure drop us off at a small someone with a small number of viewers. So let's see if their settings will let me raid them, and anyone who happens to be loitering or eeping, do be polite and all that. Not that I think anyone would not be, but it does behoove me to say. Sure. Okay. Raiding for now. Good night, dear listeners. Good night.